live from Chelmsford, Massachusetts. It's Geek Weekly with Chad Moores and...
Jeremy Mullet. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, Jeremy Mullet. All right, here we are.
Yeah,
Wow,
bad,
everything's
That
Geek
was a lot.
Speak. Yeah.
That was a lot. Yeah,
I wanted to just add that in because that was like that was you that said that, right? Everything Geek Speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weekly news broadcast.
Yeah, your weekly newsletter.
Newsletter.
Your audio
Yeah, right.
newsletter.
Yeah,
Audio.
we can't
I
even
actually, you know what?
We're so bad at
I
this.
really liked that.
Yeah.
We're just trying a new intro. We're seeing how it works. Yeah.
Why not, right? We can switch it up. It's our,
Yeah, no, we get excited. You have to be exciting when the intro comes in. All right. Yeah, so we're talking about a couple of things today. We took off Game of the Week this week.
Yeah,
'cause we had
sort of.
nothing. Yeah,
It's
well,
going to be
kind
Black
of.
Friday-ish.
We'll
Back
see,
In
yeah.
the Black Friday.
All right, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we're placing it for a little
Replacing
bit.
it, yeah.
Yeah, just for the week, just because we had nothing. I unfortunately I had some sad news this week, so we're
We
going to
did.
talk about that
Yeah,
later
we
on.
want to get into that.
But yeah,
Actually, we didn't
basically,
do that pretty quick.
yeah, pretty quick.
Yeah.
But
Wait till after the intro.
unfortunately, yeah, exactly. But unfortunately, I had no time for gameplay.
Right.
Yeah, and neither did you. You had.
I did notice that your hair's all done up, though. You look sexy.
Yes,
right now.
yes, we're
Looking
going to be
sexy.
talking about that too. All right,
We're
so
talking
here
about
we
your
go.
hair? Perfect.
Yeah, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff this
Oh,
week.
man. I'm so excited.
Yeah. All right. So here we go.
Let's do this.
All right. So hopefully here
Listen,
we
we'll
go.
see you back in a second.
Yeah. All right. So enjoy the show. Yeah. Here we go. All right. Issue 5. Here we go.
All right.
We hit a landmark
five?
here. We are
Damn,
on
dude, we
5.
hit 5. That's right.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
One,
There
two,
we go.
3, 4, 5. Man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Issue
yes,
5.
I
Yes.
like it
Yes.
very
Of course.
much.
I
like it very much.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Very
like
much.
it, I
And just in time for the holidays. No, it's funny because I was thinking. Now, what do you think? In 2 weeks, do you think we're going to record or no?
Well, what's 2 weeks from now? It's like the 16th or something like that, right?
Yeah. Do you think we'll have time to
days?
record? Because
Well,
I'm
let's
thinking
check.
this might be our Christmas episode.
You think so? I think we'd have one more.
And also because
It's only
we're
the
kind of
4th,
doing a
man, so
little
we're
bit
looking
of a
at the 20th at
Christmas,
that point.
but we're also doing a little bit of a Christmas
Yeah,
theme
we're doing
here.
some Christmassy stuff here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're not going to wait till January to re-go, are we?
No.
Because if
no.
we're 2 weeks out, we're looking at 14 days. It's the 4th now.
Yeah, no, you
so-
don't want to. No, you want to skip
Turning
it. I'm
18.
just saying that if anything, we might have. Yeah. Oh, so
Yeah.
okay.
We got a-
Well,
we
this
got a
is our
week.
Christmas kind of.
This is
our,
a prequel.
I mean, yeah, we'll have other Christmas stuff.
Well, maybe. I don't know what we're going to talk about next time. Depends on what we're feeling like.
Well,
right now, this
okay.
is more our Thanksgiving and Black Friday stuff. But we're going to discuss Christmas movies because it's around that time. This is the beginning of the Christmas
Right.
thing.
Now, I also want to say that I did. Okay, I know I got you a ton of shit.
You did.
Yes.
If you tell me you got me something else, I'm going to knock you out.
I got you something else.
Really?
I'm sorry.
Dude, how much stuff do you think you're going to buy me? You already won my heart, bro.
I know.
I come here every 2 weeks to a podcast with you. It's good enough.
I know. I'm sorry. I had to. I was actually on the phone with Brendan, and not that he convinced me. He didn't say a word.
He was thinking like that's enough, though. He was thinking, bro, you really
I'm
don't need
sure
to get
he
anything
was
else.
it. I'm sure he was. But I was like, damn, it's Christmas. I got, and I wasn't going to do anything. I was like, he's done. He's done for
He's
like,
done for
he's
like-
done for like a couple of years.
Yeah, I'm good. Like,
Yeah.
good to go.
But I had to. And I was going to bring it today.
I'm not even going to tell you when my birthday is.
All
It's
right.
in April. Not in July.
Okay.
It's not in July at all. It's in April.
All right.
Maybe May.
It's in all the months.
It was
It's in
actually
all the months of
yesterday.
the year.
You missed my birthday yesterday. You
Did
didn't
I?
recall.
Oh, yeah? Well, happy
It was
birthday.
real.
All right. But I thought I brought it with me. I forgot it. The present. I was
God,
gonna
I'm
bring it
not
today.
surprised about it all.
No, I don't know. Okay, I do forget things, but I'm okay. I have bad memory, but I have amazing long-term memory, and we'll get into that in actually 1 second. Okay, so one thing that I wanted to talk to you about
Yeah.
is that, and you didn't know this, which I think is hysterical. He walked in today, didn't know this. I wrote this in our little schedule thing on what we're going to be talking about today.
Yeah.
You had no idea I got a tattoo this week.
No, and you got it this week. Okay, so
I got
that's
it
good.
this
I didn't
week.
even know when you got it. For
I
all
got
I know
it-
you could have had this for the last year or so. I
No,
have no
and
idea.
you've seen the one I have on my back.
No. Is this your first one or is this your
This is
second?
my second one.
Oh, I didn't even know you had a first one.
All right, so we'll talk about the first one real
Wow,
quick.
we are like, woo!
Yeah, there's a lot of things
Well, I
getting
don't see you
learned
naked
about
very
this.
often, so, you know.
It's true.
Yeah.
It is very true. And I'm always wearing layers. That is very true. I'm always looking
Yeah, you
pretty.
usually like, and I don't know where it is, but
I'm a
if it's on your
I'm a
arm or
pretty
something,
fucking sexy man, and
so-
I like to wear.
You like to wear layers.
I like to
Yeah,
wear
look
layers.
good.
Not so much that I'm, I am a little big, but I like to wear things that, I like to have a lot of fashion. I'm a big fashion guy.
Yeah.
When I go out, even on my days off, I'll get all dressed up and just stay in my room.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's just how I am. That's just how I've always been. Okay, so we're going to talk about the first tattoo first. I have it on my back.
It's on your back.
It's on my back. And the quote is, it's a quote from one of my favorite movies, my top 5 movies. It's actually my third favorite. It says, the quote is, "A whole human life is just a heartbeat here in heaven." Do you get that?
Is that, What Dreams May Come?
Yes!
Dude, that's a great fucking film.
It's a fucking amazing film,
Dude, right?
and I'm so excited. How did you know that?
I've seen that film. Dude,
it's
of course I know
amazing.
that film.
It's an amazing film. It's an amazing film. It's actually filled with a
That film made me
lot.
cry, dude.
It's
like so many times.
Oh my god, it's one of the best. It's one of my favorite Robin Williams films. And you know how obsessed I am with Robin Williams.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. And that was one of his more serious movies, and that was one of the ones that I was like, holy shit, this dude's fantastic.
Yeah, no, he really is, and he's amazing. People think of him as a comedy, but I, funny enough, like him more for his dramatic roles. For me.
Yeah, I like him in both. My favorite is still Mrs. Doubtfire.
I mean, of course.
Freaking love it.
If you're gonna pick a comedy that he's done, it has to be.
If you're gonna pick a serious film, though, What Dreams May Come, I don't think he'll ever do anything as good as that.
Well, have you ever seen Awakenings?
I haven't seen that.
Okay.
I did see 1 Hour Photo, though. That was sort of meh.
It was okay. I bought that kind of hoping for more.
Yeah.
But it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. If you haven't seen Awakenings, it's with him and Robert De Niro.
Really?
It's amazing, and they're much younger in this film, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's based on a true story. I'll make sure you watch it.
Yeah,
I'll bring you the copy of the DVD.
Marathon. No. We got a marathon sometime this
Yes,
Christmas.
and we'll watch it.
Part of that. Yeah.
It's an amazing movie. If you haven't seen it, it's really, really good.
Definitely down for that.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. And like other dramatic movies that he's done is like Bicentennial Man.
Bicentennial Man was awesome.
Amazing.
And you know what the weird part was? I remember when that came out, they were advertising that as a comedy. But it is not a comedy.
It's not a comedy.
At all. Yeah,
and
you were like thrown off when you went in the theater. You're like, whoa, this is getting serious.
And you know what's funny is that a lot of people, it actually got bad reviews.
Yeah, it's because it was advertised wrong. They didn't advertise it as a serious
But
film.
I thought it was one of his best films. I love that film. I really do.
Film. It really is. I mean, there's a lot of parts in there where you do laugh, but it's more of like that heartwarming kind of laughter. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Wow, this
no, really, and it's actually more of a family film too, if you think about it. And it's funny because you don't think of it as a family film, but it actually really is. I watched it when I was when it came out.
Yeah,
I was really young.
Yeah,
I was really young when it came out.
Was that 15, 20 years ago almost? This point?
Yeah, about that. That's
it was like
crazy.
early 2000s, I think.
Yeah,
or maybe late 90s. That's when it came out.
About 15 years ago, not 20, because then I'm only 24, so it would have been 4. So I want to say...
Yeah, I think I was a teenager when it came out. That sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good film, though.
It's a great film. Great film. Anyways, and also, on the back of on the tattoo... It's on my back, by the way. That quote is on my back. And there's a butterfly.
On your
right, and right in the beginning of that is a butterfly perched on it. Now, I know that's kind of flamboyant, but the reason I did that...
What? You flamboyant? No.
Oh, shut up. Okay, but the reason that's on there is actually because... I don't know if you... Well, you do
I have to tell you something, and I know we're going to continue in a second, but going into the flamboyant thing, I've literally had you at my house, like, with Tammy. You've, like, kissed her, you've been, like, right next to her, and people still come up to me after you leave and be like, you sure he's not gay? I'm like, I'm pretty sure, man. He's not gay.
Dude, the second she pulls out...
Yeah. I don't know,
I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy go nuts. I mean, I go coconuts over those things. Yeah. Coconuts over those coconuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
She knows. She knows. And you know what? To a certain extent, she knows, and that's all that matters. Yeah. She knows I'm straight, and that's all that matters.
Well, anybody that knows you well enough knows
right.
it.
And I mean, to a certain extent, for anybody else, if they think I'm gay, that it doesn't change who I am. I mean, if I was gay, I'm gay. It doesn't bother me what people think because I think it's kind of, people ask me if I'm gay. I'm like, yeah, I just don't like penis.
Well, my response there is I'm usually like, dude, I know he's not gay. I've tried to get it in with him. And they're like, you're not gay. I'm like, you don't know. Could be.
You don't know. I tried it. Yeah.
I tried. He wasn't playing.
Okay, so the back of the tattoo, I do have a butterfly perched on there. Now, the reason is because now, as you know, my sister, Cynthia Ann Moores, passed away when she was 10 years old. She got hit by a car.
Right.
She got hit by a car. It was 3 years before I was born, so I never met her. Mm-hmm. And that was one of my biggest dreams was to meet her.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to get into the story, but I had a dream that I met her, and I do believe that was actually her meeting her.
Yeah.
It's a very good story. Someday we'll get into
We're
it.
gonna have to, yeah. Maybe off the podcast, so it might not.
Yeah,
Well, maybe
yeah.
on the podcast. We'll
Yeah,
see.
we'll never
If we
know.
get
I
a
will.
few
I
years-
definitely want to tell you that story because it's an
I would love to
amazing
hear it,
story.
actually.
You won't even believe it when I tell you the story because you won't believe the proof that I have that I actually know that I met her in that dream. But basically, when a child passes away, the symbol for child angels is butterflies.
Okay.
Butterflies don't live very long.
Oh, okay.
They don't
That
live
makes
very
sense.
long. They go in their cocoon for a long time, and they're only average life for a butterfly. Guess what? 8 hours.
Are you kidding me?
8
That can't be
hours.
right. 8 hours?
I'm not even joking. They're very fragile.
Huh.
8 hours. So when
Damn, they're in that cocoon for like weeks.
yeah, it's for
so
months,
tragic.
a couple of months,
All right,
few
so
months,
now
whatever
I'm
it is.
understanding the butterfly thing now.
Yeah. So I mean that symbolizes her. For anything, really, the quote is more like, just because you passed away and I didn't get as much time as I would have liked doesn't mean I don't have eternity to spend with you when I reach heaven
Yeah.
myself.
Okay.
Because it's a very short time.
In a way, I mean, it's not nice in any way, really. But if you think about it in certain context, you can almost consider it like you've always had someone watching over you your whole life. You know what I mean?
Yep. And it's only a heartbeat here from heaven. I mean, and that's what I love about the quote. It's an amazing quote. And I'm still amazed that you know that quote.
Oh yeah, dude, I love that film.
It's an amazing film. It's an amazing film.
Yeah.
Okay, so the tattoo that I got, now I got it on Black Friday.
Did you really?
I got it on Black
oh
Friday.
man, I don't know. Maybe we should save that for our Black Friday stories. Then.
Do you want to save it?
Let's save that, yeah, because we just went over one tattoo, so we can keep moving.
Okay, let's keep moving. All right, so now
and
we
if
go.
it symbolizes what we're about to talk about, it might be good to kind of give that, because then they'll have some context to whoever
Right.
we're talking to, and I'll have some context.
Right. Okay, that makes
So-
sense. All right. Now the next thing I wanted to talk about, just real quick, is that I kind of had a hard week.
You
this
did
week.
have a hard week, man. I'm
little
so
bit.
sorry about that.
Yeah, it was
I've
kind of a
been through
hard
that.
week. It was. Yeah, we all have, and we all will. I mean,
Yeah.
even if you haven't, we all
Oh
will.
yeah, we're still in the beginning of this.
Yeah,
process.
yeah. I mean, I'm only 24. You're what, 26?
27. Yeah,
27. Yeah, and
I do appreciate you calling me 26, though. That was nice.
you are
Felt
welcome.
good.
No problem. You're 24, right? 23.
Yeah, dude, that sounds good.
Yeah,
I like that.
you look the same age as me, so
Yeah, well, I try to look young, so.
you age well.
Yeah, thank you, bud. Appreciate
No problem,
that.
buddy. That's what I'm here for.
All right.
Yeah. So, my grandfather on Thanksgiving Day, he ended up passing away.
Yeah, I heard about that.
After a very short, very brief. He got diagnosed with cancer. It was very brief, though. I mean, it kind of happened, and I want to say about 2 weeks ago, I saw him up and around, walking around, and
Yeah.
making himself breakfast.
It's
and
always like that, though, man. It's just,
and he
comes so
looked
fast.
fantastic. I was like, dude, he's gonna be here forever.
Yeah.
And then I saw him on Thanksgiving, and I hadn't seen him in about a week and a half, maybe.
Yeah.
Probably a week. I think it was a week. And I walked in on Thanksgiving
And you're just
morning,
blown away.
and he was in hospice. He was on the bed, lying there. His mouth was open. He looked like he was. He actually, when I saw him, he looked
Yeah.
deceased, and I actually thought he wasn't. But then I kind of saw him moving around, like with his eyes,
Yeah.
and it was hard. I have to say, it was
no,
very
I believe
very
it,
hard.
man. That's one of the
And-
hardest things to do when your
Yeah.
grandparents finally start going. It's,
Yeah, and I mean, he was a man of few words.
Yeah.
But the reason I'm bringing this up is not for people to feel sorry, but just I wanted to
Out of
dedicate.
respect, man. Of
Yeah,
course.
but I wanted to dedicate this episode to him because he was a man of few words. He didn't speak much at all, but he showed his affection
in other ways.
in other ways, and through his looks and through his eyes,
Yeah.
through his actions. And
Yep.
my family is torn up, but at the same time very happy on how he passed. He passed away on Thanksgiving, but everyone was there. The whole family was there. All three of his daughters, my mother included, obviously,
Yeah.
was holding his hand when he passed away. So it was sad, but it was a great way for him
Yeah,
to
dude,
pass
that's
away.
such an incredible blessing. I mean,
It really was.
From what I understand,
mean,
he was older anyways. It wasn't like he was in his
88
60s
years
or
old,
something.
yeah.
So he lived a full life, and to die like that, man, I'm sorry. If I was able to, that'd be the happiest thing. I'd die so happy.
You
at
know
that
what?
point,
And
so.
he didn't die in pain either. He was never in pain. He was very comfortable,
Good.
which was amazing. I mean, the painkillers obviously helped him a great deal, but it wasn't at that point where the painkillers weren't doing anything. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? At least that's what it seemed.
Yeah.
I mean, and I mean, one of his daughters, my aunt Ellen,
Mm-hmm.
lives in Paris.
Yeah.
She's lived there for the last 2 years, and she's planning on moving back in the next couple of years, I think. But she came the night before he passed away, spent all Thanksgiving with him. He died around 6 p.m.
Yep, that's
and
amazing.
She
man.
spent
It really is amazing.
she spent the whole day with him, just just standing there, holding his hand and stroking his head.
Wow.
And it was just, it was very hard for all of us. It really was.
Of course, that's like one of the most difficult things to go
Yeah,
through.
and also knowing that it was on Thanksgiving is very hard, but at the same time, it was the best way for him, and I'll never forget that is my goal, is to be able to die that way.
Yeah.
Know that you affected the family so well that they've been there to say their goodbyes and that they love you so much. It was great. It really was. And the funeral was this morning, and the wake was yesterday, and it was wonderful to see the people that came and saw him and how he affected everyone's lives without even making making a sound.
Just by being himself.
Just by being himself. And that's crazy.
Yep.
That's inspiring too, because I'm a very loud, boisterous person, And
he was
for
your polar
him,
opposite.
Yeah, he's complete opposite, But anyways, I just wanted to just say that I love him, and I dedicate this episode to him, and I'm very happy.
It's amazing how that stuff happens too, because you were mentioning that you saw your grandfather up and walking like a week ago.
Yeah,
I remember when my grandfather died. This was like 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago at this point. But it was my stepdad's grandfather, but he had always treated us like family. So
right.
I remember like the week before, he was literally. They blew a tire out on their car. He fixed the tire. He like lifted the car up, like changed the wheels, put it back in. And the day that he died, he actually had spent the whole day out and about with like my grandmother.
Yeah.
And he came home and he sat down on the kitchen table and he asked my grandmother to make him some frankenbeans.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Okay, yeah, I'll make you the frankenbeans." She walked away, went to get the frankenbeans. She came back, he was gone.
Oh Jesus!
How insane is that? It just, you never know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember, I think everybody in the family had frankenbeans the night after he died.
Well, you know what we did today after the funeral? My grandfather has been in a bowling league for a long time in his life, so we all went bowling.
That's
after
awesome.
The funeral, we all went bowling.
Oh man, that's fantastic
for him. So
and
we all went bowling.
Tribute.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool.
That's
actually,
a fantastic tribute. Man.
I left the funeral not knowing that, and then they said we're going bowling and it's tribute. And I said I have to go.
Oh yeah.
I went home to actually research some topics for us to do today, and I said,
"Oh yeah, dude, you don't even have to worry about that. We'll figure it out." You know what I mean? Something like that.
Yeah.
You and I figured it out in 30 seconds.
Yeah,
that was easy.
Nice.
We'll take care of it.
All right, so other than that, let's get off that.
Let's get off that. Yeah, sounds good.
So let's get on to the top 6. Now we're actually doing. This is going to be awesome. It's Christmas themed. The top 6 Christmas movies.
Oh yeah.
Here we go. Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
All right.
Yeah. Is that like your catchphrase?
Oh, you thought I was going to sing?
All right.
Oh, right. It's actually my buddy Bob's catchphrase, but I steal it from him all the time. I don't know.
It's all right. I've stolen catchphrases from people. You know when I say "Suffers McGee"?
Yeah.
That's actually from my cousin.
That is your catchphrase, actually.
What?
That is your catchphrase for me. You say that all the time.
Suffers McGee.
Yeah.
Now my cousin Brian only said it once. That I could.
Really?
That he's never said it once. He said like suffers. He said like, "Oh man, you're like Suffers McGee today," and I loved it so much that I
you stole it.
That I stole it.
Mine.
And I've been saying it for years. Saying it for years. Anyways, so Jingle Bells. The reason I saying that is because our top 6 movies today are our top 6 favorite Christmas movies.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to this. This is gonna be awesome.
I'm really excited.
We've got a good list here.
We
like,
really
every movie
do.
on there. I'm like, oh, I like that movie, like that movie. Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, there's some really good movies. Okay, so you're gonna start off today.
Yeah, I'm gonna start off with a classic Bill Murray film, Scrooged. Yeah. Let's go over that one. Have you seen this? You've never seen it.
I've never seen it.
Oh my god! Right, this is gonna be quick then. Basically, if you haven't seen it, first of all, you have to see it. So while you're gonna show me,
is it like Groundhog Day? Is it even better than Groundhog Day?
Man, it's up there with Groundhog Day because it's really about an executive who's trying to work his way up to the top of a company chain, but he's kind of a dick. So he has the same thing happen to him that Ebenezer Scrooge has happened to him. And he has like 3 ghosts that visit him, and like one of them's a taxi driver. It takes place in like New York in 1988. And it's just the whole thing, they take him back through his history. The same idea as Scrooge, but it's all big comedy and whatnot. We're going to have to watch it.
Okay.
We'll talk more about it later then. Let's just move on to the next one.
All right, that's fine. Okay, so mine,
Yep,
my
yours.
my first one, Santa Claus.
The Santa Claus
with
is
Tim
fantastic.
Allen.
Yep. It's the Santa Claus, not just Santa Claus. 'cause there's
Now,
plenty of
can
Santa
I
Claus
say,
films.
now, if you haven't seen this movie, you're fucking ridiculous because
Well, I'd feel that about Scrooged, but I don't know, man. You could qualify.
I know, but like I don't know, the Santa Claus. It's just one of my favorite Christmas movies of all
Well,
time.
the Santa Claus for us came out when we were kids.
Yeah,
that was
it
like we were
did.
like 6, 7 years old.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
so you were
it
even
came
younger
out.
than that at that point.
I
So it's
was,
just
but
been
I
a
remember
part of your
watching
life.
it when it came out, and I
Yeah.
just loved it. Just about Tim Allen, just like being
Yeah,
like
he nails that role. He nails it.
and he was basically a Scrooge to a certain
Oh,
extent,
yeah.
and then he
He hated
becomes
it, yep.
Santa Claus.
becomes Santa
It's
Claus.
just crazy, and I loved his little boy. The other two were not good. Santa Claus 2 and 3. Have you
Yeah.
ever seen those? They're
Yeah,
horrible.
this one like Jack Frost. And then this
Yeah,
one, like, he's
Jack
gotta
Frost
get a
was
wife
played
and
by what was his name? He's a Broadway actor.
Martin Sheen.
Was it Martin Sheen?
Martin Sheen, yeah.
Oh, then I'm thinking of someone else. Okay,
I think I could be wrong, but
I thought it was Alan Cumming. Alan Cumming is a Broadway actor. I
Might
thought
be.
it was him.
you could be right.
I
don't know.
could
It's
be
been
right,
so
but
long.
Alan Cumming. If you
I
don't know
watched
who
those
Alan
once, I'll
Cumming
never
is,
watch it again.
the one movie I can think of him that he was in, other
Yeah.
than Santa Claus 3, if I remember correctly, was he was in Spy Kids 1. He was
He was in Spy Kids 1. Yeah, you're right.
Alan Cumming.
He
You know
was
what
like
I'm
the
talking
villain,
about,
right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he wasn't. He turned out
Turned out to be good, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Santa Claus, and I want to talk about this. My favorite scene
Mm-hmm.
is when they're in the diner.
Yeah.
And they use this song so well, a classic Santa Claus Christmas song. Dip 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 dip. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
Yeah.
And the way that they use that, it's such an awkward song to use. And because they're both looking at each other like they have no idea what to talk about because the son and the father have nothing to talk about.
Right.
And it's just them staring at each other during the diner.
Like,
dip, 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 dip. And it's just amazing. It is my favorite scene of the whole movie just
Yeah.
because they use that song so perfectly. And it's a classic
Yeah.
Christmas
the classic
song.
Everybody knows it, yeah.
Especially the version of it is
Yeah.
just a classic version of that song.
See, like, what I really enjoy is, especially nowadays, I love when he starts getting fat. And he can't get rid of his beard. Because everybody, when they hit, like, a certain age... Now, Tim Allen's kind of a thinner guy. But you and I both know, like,
Yeah.
you hit that certain age and then you can't lose the weight.
Yeah.
And he's just, like, he keeps gaining it. And then he's, like
He's like
his stomach.
jiggling
He's like,
it, yeah. Like, I want to get rid of this.
He's like, I can't get rid of it, but he's eating like donuts. It's like, I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like gingerbread
oh, man.
cookies and stuff.
Oh man,
Oh,
it
man.
is one of my
That's such a
favorite
great
Christmas
film.
music. Yeah, I'm so glad we got to talk about that. So what's your next one?
My next one is Gremlins.
Now I didn't even know this. I didn't even consider it as a. Is it the
Dude,
second
it's definitely
one?
a Christmas. No, the first one.
The first one.
Yeah, do you
I
remember
haven't.
the first one?
I've seen them both. I
Okay, so
haven't
it's been
seen
a
them in
long
a while.
time.
It's been a while.
The whole thing takes place at Christmas time. It's not exactly like it's a dark kind of Christmas movie.
Of course.
Because the whole thing was his dad, if you remember, he was orphaned by his dad. Oh, he still has his mother, but his dad died like a couple years back because
Yeah.
what happened was his dad tried to come down the chimney as Santa Claus
Oh yes.
and got caught and died.
Wasn't that the girl though?
No. That was the. It might have been the girl's father.
I think it was the girl's
'cause
father.
oh, that's right. Because his father was there. He brought him.
See, I do remember more
Yep,
than you
nicely
do.
done,
A
nicely
little
done.
bit. Thank you.
Yes, that was very well done. And I just remember watching that when I was a kid and being like, wow, this is so tragic. But they do wear the Gremlins wear like Christmas hats and stuff throughout it, and the whole thing takes place.
I mean,
and-
I do love the Gremlins movies,
Yeah.
and they don't get a lot of. There's not a lot like going on franchise wise
Yeah,
for that.
I know, not
Like, I mean, they
anymore,
still have like
Mogwais.
Chucky and all that kind of stuff, you
Yeah.
know,
yeah,
going
they
on,
didn't survive past the '80s. They just didn't.
and they should have.
Yeah,
They
I'd
really
love to see a remake of that. I'd love to see their Mogwais again.
Oh,
Although
man.
they do it all in 3D special effects, and
I
one of the
wouldn't
best
like
parts
that.
about that is the puppets.
Well, you know what, and that's why I love the Muppets with Jason Segel and Amy Adams because they kept it the way it should be,
Yes,
which
they
is
did not change it.
Muppets.
Right. Yep.
Amazing.
And they're coming on another one soon.
I
Saw the
know.
trailer
I'm
for it last
excited.
night.
I'm excited for it because
Yeah.
that was a great.
That was a great film.
That was a great
I love
film.
those films. Like, those are the kind of films that I honestly wish if I still had kids. If I had kids, I never had kids, so, like, they didn't die
Yeah.
or anything. But if I had kids, like, I would take them to that in a heartbeat.
Now, it's funny because I feel that, and we're not putting this on our list, but The Muppets Christmas Carol is one of the
Oh, why
best.
did we think of that?
Well, that's what we can talk. We can talk about it. We can
Man,
scooch it
that's
in. We
such a
can make it the
great
top
film.
7. Can we put that on?
Can I just tell you? Yeah, top. I don't care.
We'll
can
do a
talk
top
about
7
this.
this week.
Dude, I'll. No, I'm not skipping any of them. But that movie, I will tell you, I was so creeped out by that movie. Actually, do you remember the
Really?
first ghost, the white girl?
Oh yeah.
Scared the crap out of me when I was a
Really?
kid. Dude, scared the crap out of me when I was a kid. It looked too real to me, and it's just, oh my god, I watch it still and I get a little shiver. I'm like, ooh.
I love that Ratso was a good part in that.
Yeah. I
and,
mean, overall, great film.
amazing film.
Yeah.
The music was great, and I loved that. Oh, what's his face? The guy he played Alfred in the new Batman movies.
Oh, Michael something. Michael Connelly?
He's a
is
British
that right?
actor. He's
Yeah.
amazing. I loved him, and
Yeah.
I loved that he got to play Scrooge. It was just amazing.
It was such a good film. Oh, yeah.
It really was. I mean, and that one and Muppet Treasure Island, when those two came out,
Muppet Treasure
those
Island.
I think those were the two best Muppet movies they ever came out with at that time.
At that time.
They had the Muppet movie, the Muppet Caper.
Yep.
Was it the Muppet
They went a
Caper?
little too far with Muppets in Space. It got
It was
a little too
not
goofy.
good.
Yeah.
It wasn't a
I
bit.
mean, it was nice to get Gonzo's backstory finally after how many years?
a
Decades? at this
long
point?
time,
Yeah,
and
it was
I'm
nice
glad
to
I got
finally
to
get
fight.
that.
Yeah,
at
but
the
I
same
felt
time,
like
was
it
just
just
too
wasn't.
much.
Was it on the
It's
big
too much.
screen? I think it was.
It was a big screen movie, yeah.
It was the last
There are
big
always
screen
big
movie
screen
that
movies.
they've done since
Since,
the new one that
the
came
new
out,
one.
and I thought it was amazing because Jason Segel, he came forward with Disney and said, "Hey, listen, you've had the rights to do these, and the only thing you've done is The Wizard of Oz."
Yep.
And he
He's
said,
like, I
like,
want to put this out again.
I want to
These
write
are
a
my
mu-
childhood
I want to
heroes,
write a
basically.
movie for you guys, and he wrote it with somebody else.
Yep.
And he wrote all the music and
Did
all
you
that
see the
stuff.
new trailer for that, man? Like, I remember there's one scene where you've got in the new trailer. It's got who's that British actor who played on The Office?
Oh yes, the British version of The Office.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
He
the
was in
British
Liar
version of The
Liar
Office.
with Jennifer Garner.
Yes,
he was the
he
main
was.
character.
In Liar Liar?
Not Liar Liar. I'm sorry. The Invention of Lying.
The Invention of Lying. Yes. Ricky Gervais.
Yeah,
He's in it.
you.
And he gives the Muppets a card.
Yeah.
And they look at it. They're like, Sandy, bad guy. He's like, that's Badagooey, Bidagooey. And I'm just like, this is amazing.
I can't wait because I love the Muppet
oh,
movies.
man, I
Muppet
love
movies
them.
are
They're
amazing,
so, like, pure,
and
you
I'm
know?
so happy that they've come back because they needed to.
Mm-hmm.
And thank God for Jason Segel for making that happen because
Yeah, no kidding, right?
because if you
You're
remember,
sitting on a franchise of gold, really. in my
yeah,
opinion.
you really are, and they didn't do anything with them.
I know.
They really didn't,
Dude,
and it
I will
wasn't
tell
until
you,
Jason Segel
After
did
the
it.
last movie,
Yeah.
I was praying they would bring the Muppet Show back because that's what that whole movie was about.
I
And I was
know,
like,
and they're-
oh my
and-
god, they're gonna bring it back.
and
They
they-
just gotta air it on Disney. I'm like, I'm gonna watch this.
And they said
But
that they
didn't.
wouldn't. They said
Yeah,
they
said
wouldn't.
they're not gonna do it.
And I
I'm
think
like, well,
someday,
what's the point?
I'm telling you, someday they will. I'm telling you they
man,
will.
Dude, I still watch those from the 70s. I don't know who the hell the actors are, but I laugh my ass off.
Oh yeah, like when
Every
Steve
time.
Martin. Steve Martin's been
Yeah,
on
Steve
it
Martin was one of them. Yeah, he was
quite
like
a few
pretty,
times.
pretty regular there. Yeah.
Yeah, he just like with that in SNL, he
Yep.
was just always on it because he was just one of the big comedy actors
Yeah.
of
Dude,
that time.
he, by the way, is a genius because he dyed his hair white when he was like 20.
Yeah,
Or maybe he was born with white hair. I don't know what the hell the deal is. But he didn't age for like 50 years.
he still looks
He
the
still
same.
looks the same exact person. I'm like, dude, that is genius. And what was it? Leslie Nielsen did the same thing. He looked the same in the 70s as he did up until probably the last 5 years of his death.
Yeah. Oh, he
I
looks
was like,
amazing.
oh my god.
I love Steve Martin. He's kind of a weird person in real
Oh,
life,
yeah,
though.
he's
He's
gotta be.
weird. He's a weird guy.
Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah,
can see
when
that.
I've seen him for interviews and stuff, he's a weird guy.
Yeah.
He's nice though.
Yeah,
He's
he's a
just
dude.
a little weird. He likes his
Offbeat.
banjo a lot.
Yeah.
Loves his banjo.
Huh. Okay. I didn't even know he played banjo, so that's pretty
Oh,
interesting.
We'll have
Oh,
to
he
talk
mastered
later.
banjo.
Oh, he is a great. You never heard of Ramblin' Man from
No.
SNL?
Nope.
We're looking that
Dude,
up.
I haven't seen a whole
afterwards.
lot of SNL.
We're looking that up afterwards.
I guess so, yeah.
Ramblin' Man. All right. So the next one we're doing, and this is mine.
Yep.
Now, oh man, Christmas Story.
Christmas Story. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I've only seen this in bits and pieces. I've seen the whole film, but never straight through my entire life.
It's one of my favorite.
Yeah.
One of my favorite.
Like, I've
movies.
seen all the big scenes. I've seen, like, when he goes down the slide. I've seen when he gets a BB gun. I've seen a lot of that movies,
It's
but I just
every
have not
scene
seen it
in
straight
that
through.
movie is classic.
Yeah.
It's a classic Christmas, and that's what makes it so amazing. I'm actually seeing it on Sunday. I'm seeing the musical.
There's a musical?
A
for it?
Christmas Story, the musical, came out last Christmas, and they're doing it on the road, and it's coming in Boston on
Wow, that's awesome,
for a
man.
few weeks, and I'm seeing it with my girlfriend. Now, funny enough, I hadn't seen it until I started dating Tammy, my girlfriend, and she
Yep.
said, "You got to see
You
this."
gotta see this, yeah.
And so I watched it, and now I watch it every year. And I put it, and anytime I get control of the television during Christmas Day, I put it on the channel that has it on.
It's on 24
24/7.
hours, right?
Yeah, 24 hours.
It's like TBS or something like that. Plays it nonstop.
I think it's TBS if I remember correctly. Yeah, I watch it all year round. It's an amazing. So
I will tell you the scenes I've seen. Like I said, I've seen the whole thing through.
Yeah.
Just in like bits and pieces.
Yeah.
And I've loved everything I've seen about it.
Yeah.
I've just never seen it. Like I've never sat down and watched it beginning to end.
we should watch it someday
Yeah. We'll have to add that to
together,
our
and we'll
marathon
maybe do
stuff.
some commentary or something.
Yeah.
And
That'd be awesome, dude. Actually, we should do audio commentary. I would love to do that.
Can we do that?
Hell
We're
yeah,
doing
we
that.
can do that.
We're doing that.
Boom.
We just high-fived right there on
Yeah, that's
right on television. We're not on television.
Dude, we're on radio television.
We're on radio television, which is even better. I think it's even better. Okay, so we're going on to your next one.
My next one. Okay, this is one that. All right, so the next two we're both pretty big fans of.
Completely.
All right, these. All right, so the first one, Jingle All the Way. You cannot do a Christmas movie without talking Schwarzenegger. Jingle All the Way, dude. Come on, Turbo Man. Yes!
Turbo Man.
Oh,
Now,
man.
the funny thing about this is that it's horrible.
Oh man, it's so bad.
It's so bad, but it's so good.
so good.
Especially if you're watching Geek Weekly.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a geek. You have to know what
You
Jingle
have
All
to
the
know.
Way
Oh
is.
yeah.
It's an amazing
Dude,
movie.
first of all, there's no freaking way that movie would have ever succeeded without Schwarzenegger as the lead title.
Oh,
it
not
would
at
have been
all.
a forgettable movie. It's only because it's Schwarzenegger.
Because he's like flying around in this suit.
It's ridiculous. In that
Oh my
movie.
god, running around trying to freaking find a Turbo
Dude,
Man
and this is when he's
action
still
figure.
like massive. He's still like hugely buff, and he's
Yeah.
like he's supposed to be some kind of suburban dad. I don't know
Yeah.
a single suburban dad that's that jacked.
Amazing.
Yeah,
It's one of the
oh, man.
best.
In the end, he's
One
got
of
the
the
Turbo
best.
Man suit. You have to choose you,
Yep. Oh man, I
Jamie.
Jamie. I love you. Amazing.
Oh,
it's
so,
one of the best.
So good. And then that guy that was on Toy Soldiers before he died, the neighbor.
Yes.
That was one of his last roles. Like with
Yeah.
Jingle All the Way, and then Toy Soldiers was his last
Yeah.
role. And I remember him like trying to hit on the wife the whole movie, and the wife's
Oh
like,
man.
"Bro, I have Schwarzenegger as my husband. I'm pretty sure I'm good."
I liked him. What else had he done? Didn't he?
He was in like a TV series for a long time, like News Radio or something. Or...
Yeah.
No. It was the one with Michael J. Fox, wasn't it? It was still a radio show.
Life Matters.
No. The Michael J. Fox film where he was doing the radio. They were in the. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Okay, I don't know what that one is.
But yeah,
The
last
only
one I
Michael
remember
J.
him
Fox
was
movie
Toy
I know
Story,
is Back to
Toy
the
Soldiers.
Future.
Yeah.
And someday we're going to talk about that because
Yeah.
that's going to be a main topic someday. It has to be, 'cause it's
Especially with
amazing.
Michael J. Fox backing out, back out in action, so to speak. You know.
Yeah, we kind of have to
Got
talk
his own
about that too.
Parkinson's show, so.
Yeah, we'll have to watch that together.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Because I haven't. I
I want
watched
to
the
wait till you
pilot.
see a couple episodes and then.
Yeah, I watched
I
the
like to
pilot.
watch
I heard it's
episodes,
pretty good
so.
though.
Yeah.
It's still on.
I believe it. You know what? Here's the thing about Michael J. Fox. It's really is. He's like one of those people that's so tragic that he got the Parkinson's disease because
He shouldn't have.
oh my god, like you just watch
The
those movies-
career that he could have had.
Oh man, like even to this day, he would have become like an action star because you're starting to get into that with like the Frighteners.
Yep.
And Back to the Future was amazing, and Teen Wolf's still fun to watch. and
Yeah.
that TV show he was on way back. It was also
That was like the
always
first
fun,
thing that
and-
he really became big
Yeah,
on.
like everything he ever did, I was such a huge fan of. And then you're
Yeah.
like, oh, he had to disappear because he had to shave so much.
And it
really is
sucks
sad.
because he got it so
It's too bad.
early
Yeah.
on.
He was very.
He
young
was
in
on
that.
Scrubs, on 4 episodes of Scrubs.
Yeah. That was when he still had the thing. Yeah, and you know that when he was filming whatever that, I freaking forget the name of the radio show that he was in the radio show. It was a movie. It was a TV show about a radio station. And
I never heard of this.
I forget. It came out in the '90s,
Okay.
and I forget what it was called.
Yeah.
But I remember hearing that for that show, people always thought he was such a dick because he would only come in for 5 minutes, read his lines, and leave.
Yeah.
And they didn't know because he was still hiding his Parkinson's back then.
Yeah.
So they didn't know that that was all he could do. And then he left. And he was hiding it. So they were like, he's such a fucking asshole. He's so hard to work with. But when he's around, he's so nice. He's so friendly. And then he eventually came out with the Parkinson's. And it was like, oh.
They were like, oh, we feel like assholes.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we're kind of dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
man, I can't say enough. So, ironically, although Schwarzenegger was the main star there, we went off on Michael J. Fox.
Of course we did. But yeah, we talked about
man.
him
We hit
earlier.
Schwarzenegger in like the first or second episode.
Yeah, we did. I think in the fourth one, actually.
Yeah.
We talked about him in the last one. We talked about him for
That's
Prison
right.
Break, didn't we?
Schwarzenegger?
Yeah.
I don't think we
Wasn't
hit Schwarzenegger. For Prison Break? He wasn't in Prison Break. I've never even seen
Escape
that.
Plan. Escape Plan.
Escape Plan. We did hit him for Escape
I'm
Plan.
sorry.
That's right, because
know?
you were Schwarzenegger, I was Stallone in that.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
So
Okay, so we're going on to the last one. The last one right
the
here.
last one is a
Now, this
new
is mine.
classic.
This
New
is mine,
classic.
but it's going to be, I'm telling you, it's going to be a classic for years to come. My kids will watch this. I will make sure
this
of
is
it.
Amazing. This film's amazing.
Elf.
Yes, this was Will Ferrell at his top.
Yep,
Yeah,
it really
It
was.
actually came out around the same time as Ron Burgundy, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Yeah, this was like Will Ferrell when he was still Will Ferrell.
When he was, and I have to say, excuse me, every time that he spoke,
Yep.
amazing.
Yeah. In that film, dude, you couldn't stop laughing.
You couldn't say, Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color? I mean, Santa! I know him! Just amazing. That movie, in Zoe Deschanel, I mean, just a perfect cast of people.
Yep.
And it was so sappy and yet so Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
And it was just...
I feel like when they wrote that movie, they wrote it for him. They were like,
Now,
this
I
is gonna be
watched
Will
that
Ferrell.
every single year.
Yeah.
Now, it's so funny. I've been dating my girlfriend for 7 years, Tammy, and she's only seen it once.
Really?
And we've tried every Christmas for 7 years to watch it. It wasn't until our 6th year that I got her to watch the whole thing. Yeah.
She's missing out, man.
And it wasn't her fault, though.
Yeah.
Every time we tried to watch it, like, someone would call her and say, I need you to come pick me up because of this reason. You
It was
need
like
to
a
come
curse.
into work. You need to do this. You need to do that.
It's a Will Ferrell
Or
curse.
someone would come in and, like, we would try to watch it at, like, my house when I was living with my family
Yeah.
still, and everyone watched it at the same time, and we couldn't hear what was going on because they didn't give a fuck that we were watching it.
Right. They're like, this movie's old.
Yeah, so they were like, oh, yap. Oh, let me tell you about my day. Oh, yeah, work was horrible. Girls are bitches because they spread
Yeah.
rumors around.
Yada, yada,
you know,
blah,
whatever,
blah,
blah,
that
blah,
kind of
blah.
bullshit, yeah.
Office stuff. You know, I was
Yep.
like, oh my God, I just want to watch. I just want her to see this movie. And she finally saw it the whole way through, but it was kind of like, at that time, she was just like, oh, I've already heard all the good jokes, so it was kind of...
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks, because for
Yeah.
me...
I remember seeing that in theaters and just laughing
Me too.
hysterically. So
It
it just
was-
became an instant classic.
It was the instant classic. It really was the best. I think for us
Yeah.
in our age,
Oh,
the
man. It
biggest.
was so good.
It will be and that's why I put Santa Claus for last for me,
Yeah.
because it will be an instant Christmas classic
Yeah. Yeah.
for
Elf is
days,
amazing.
and it actually does 24/7 on Christmas on another.
There's
I
another
think it's
channel
on
that does it?
USA. I think USA
I'd
or
probably
something
watch
like
that over A Christmas Story.
Yeah,
to be
I would
honest with you.
too.
That's like
No,
a
I would
classic
too.
for me. Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, I just remember, like I said, laughing at that whole thing. And they even there were some points where they brought, like, you remember the old Christmas stories, like with Rudolph and
Oh,
the
yeah.
snowman? They brought that snowman back in
Mm.
that movie. And he has, like, a little bit. And I just remember laughing at that, too, being like, ha, they brought him back. This is amazing.
It's just amazing,
good.
and it's extremely well written.
Yep.
One of the best Christmas movies of all time.
Yeah, it's just goofy and just amazing. I mean, that was, like I said, that was him because he did Frank the Tank.
Yep.
And then he did, I mean, he was in a couple other movies, but my big three for him are Frank the Tank and Old School,
Yep.
Elf, and then Ron Burgundy.
Yep.
And Ron Burgundy surprised the hell out of me because I did not watch Anchorman for like 3 years.
Yep.
I was like, the whole idea I didn't understand it. I was like, this isn't going to work. And then I watched it and I was like, oh my God. I
Amazing.
cannot stop laughing. So
Amazing.
I'm pretty actually excited. This is a good way to segue into a newer movie that's coming out because the second one's coming out this month.
Yes, so we're actually going to do Movie of the Week.
Movie of the week.
Movie of the Week. We're not going to tell it right now. Hold on 1 second. We're going to take a little music break.
Music break.
Here we
Oh,
go. Yeah, I'm really excited. Here
Hey,
we
you should-
go.
You should cut this, by the way, with music videos. With, like, Christmas music.
Here we are.
Oh, we are. Okay.
Yes. So enjoy the Christmas music. La da da, la da da, la da 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 da. That was
All right.
beautiful.
That was pretty good, right? I'm
Yeah.
not as bad a singer as I think I am.
You know what? You can
I
actually
probably
at
am.
least hit the notes.
Just
Some
as
people
bad.
are so deaf tone they like da
Only
da
if-
da.
Only if it's low. I can't do high pitched stuff. It just like it cracks.
By the
bad.
way, my show is over. You saw my show. We
Dude,
didn't talk
I loved
about
your
that.
Show. I loved your show. I really did. I thought it was great.
Yeah, you liked my show?
I really did. I'm kind of hoping that you keep doing them because I like excuses to go. I have this secret where it's not that much of a secret, but like I love Broadway's plays. I
Yeah.
love them. And I love going to any play because I
Yeah.
always think it's like, first of all, I'm a big entertainment guy. I watch movies all the time, watch TV shows all the time, play a lot of video games, like read comics. So big entertainment's like my thing, and that's why I'm a geek. If you're a geek, that's what happens. You're big in entertainment.
And you're very much into the support of that too. You
Yes,
support people that
love
do
the
it.
people that do it. And then the thing with the plays is like, for that kind of stuff, it's all live and it's all right in front of your eyes.
Yeah.
So any kind of special effects or anything like that, it's always done right on the spot,
Right on cue,
And
yeah.
I'm always amazed. And even like your show, which was not like a high budget film by any means,
Right.
But there were still so many parts in it that I was like, this is really well done.
Yeah.
And I love plays. I really do. And that's probably, it's not the gayest thing about me, but it's pretty close.
Yeah.
I love a Broadway play. I love it.
Now, you know that the next show I'm doing, and I'm going to tell the audience now.
Oh, I heard about this. You told me this.
Young Frankenstein,
Oh,
the
Dude, I
musical.
cannot wait for Young Frankenstein. I'm gonna shit my pants that day.
It's going to be amazing.
Oh, man, I
now,
believe it.
okay, I'm only auditioning for it, but come on.
Yeah,
Come on,
dude,
it's me.
is that gonna be on the same stage? Or are you doing it in the same area?
Oh,
or-
no.
That's
No.
gonna be a
It's
full-
going to be
full-on
on a
production.
proscenium stage.
Premium stage.
A proscenium.
Oh, I thought you said that
Proscenium-
wrong.
Well, how am I
Did you
saying
say
it
that wrong?
right?
I don't
Did I
know
say it
how you
wrong?
say that.
Brendan, tell me.
I just assumed
Did
it's
say
premium.
Proscenium? Proscenium.
Dude, I have no idea.
Proscene or
I know.
proscene?
Help us out, bro.
I think it has the end in it, but I don't know.
Proscenium. Okay.
What the hell
well,
does that mean?
what?
Explain that to me.
It's going to be on a stage
Full-on
where
stage.
we're up, you are down watching it.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm in. You need to tell me the day those tickets comes out because bought. They're already bought. I'll pay you the money right now. We'll just buy it.
Oh man. I can't even tell you. No, I'm hoping to get Young Frankenstein. Frankenstein.
Oh my god, dude.
And my
You
friend,
got that.
now you remember Barfay in the show?
Yeah.
Barfay?
Barfay would be incredibly uncomfortable at that dinner.
No, he wants to be Igor.
Really?
Wouldn't he be hysterical
Wow.
as
yeah,
Igor?
He'd be pretty good.
Either Igor,
Barfay was the kid that was like,
yeah,
though, right?
Yeah.
The kid that was kind of upset through the film.
yeah. No, he
With
would
the
either
foot.
be
Yeah.
Magic Foot.
Yes.
He would either be Igor or he would be the monster.
Oh man, either way it worked for him. He
He
could
would
actually
be-
play the monster because he's so tall.
And now he's a character actor.
Yep.
Surpasses me by 1,000%.
Yep.
He's amazing. And I always thought I was a great character actor, but once I started working with him, I was like, fuck it. I can't.
Yeah, you can't even. You're like, I can't even compare. Like,
I can't compare. I really can't. And he's just amazing. So, anyways, going on to the movie of the week, which is what this segment is.
Yeah.
What is it?
I have a question for you, by the way. I know that we have a movie of the week. We can get to that in a second.
Okay.
Here's the thing: is I'm actually interested in acting, and this is one of the things. Like, I can't sing though. I'm not gonna do that crap.
Okay.
But this is why I really want to get our YouTube channel started because I do like acting, and even like we did that stupid film with the popcorn, which I hate popcorn. I still have not eaten popcorn since that freaking film.
If you haven't seen it, it's
Oh,
called
man.
A Mouth Full of Lol. Jeremy
Ugh,
stars in this with
down
me and my
so
friend
much
Frankie.
popcorn.
It's amazing. You have to see it. It's amazing. Go on our YouTube channel. I'll put the link down on our description.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I'll put the link on directly for this video.
Oh,
It's
man.
called
Dude,
A Mouthful
so
of Law.
good. It's such. And I laugh at it when I watch it, and I watch it like I still watch it like probably once a month. I'm like, yeah, it was pretty good. But you know what? I actually do like acting. I like doing it, and I actually think I'd be pretty good at it.
It's actually, you actually are very natural at it. Now, I've had people that have never acted before,
Yeah.
and I've had them on there, and I'm like, dude, they suck. And I've also had people that are like, oh, I'm great at acting, and I've directed them, and they suck.
can't do it, dude. I could do it. You put me in a role, I
But
could do it, but
you,
I can't sing.
But you are pretty natural at it because you're a very open person, and
Yeah.
that's what you need as an actor. You need to
I
have
think I
someone
could
who's
do it,
open.
and I don't really want to do it and get paid for it or anything like that. But I would love to. Like, we'll write a couple scripts up this winter, and then we'll just go out and we could do like a spy movie or something like that. Just some stupid stuff.
Well, I'm planning on doing some stuff during the winter, filming some winter action.
Really,
Like in the snow. Yeah,
Ooh.
like some action films in the snow.
dude. I've got a paintball gun that looks just like a real gun.
And then we're going to use it.
I'm going to show you this.
Yeah, we're
We'll
doing
do
it.
some action films.
We're talking about it after this.
All right, we're gonna talk.
All
about
right,
this.
so let's move on.
So stay tuned, guys, because seriously, YouTube channels coming at you.
It is going to happen. We've only done
been
2
sort of
videos.
slow. We've been sort of slow on it.
I have another film that I would like to do. I've already talked to you about it. I think about the
musical?
the foreign person. Did I tell you
Oh,
about
the
this?
foreign person. No, I don't think you told me. I heard about the musical.
All right,
you
I'm going
want
to tell you
to.
afterwards because I
You
want to
want,
give
like,
them
5
any
minutes.
spoilers. So I'm going to
All right, we'll
pause
tell you
this.
about afterwards.
I'm
But
actually going to pause
seriously,
this.
though, this is the trailer, and you guys need to watch our YouTube channel
Yeah.
soon.
I'm going to pause this for one quick second, and then we'll be right back. I want to tell him about this video. All right, so I told him. Yeah.
Yep.
So you liked it.
It's gonna be good. Yeah.
It's gonna
It'll
be a
like,
funny
it's more
video.
of a skit. It's kind of like the
It's a
popcorn
little,
thing.
yeah. It's kind of like
5-minute
SNL a
skit.
little bit.
Yeah, it's SNL-esque, which I think that's how we're going to start off. And then there's a couple of ideas that I have for like, I'd like to do like maybe 15-minute skits where you're doing like a full-on kind of beginning and middle.
I
and
would
end kind of
love
thing.
to do some
We
action
need
shit,
to-
but like, I mean, my problem is that right now I'm actually going to school
Yeah.
for film.
Are you really?
I'm
I
going
didn't know
for
you were going
communications for film and audio.
Really?
And once I start, and my first class will be like filming,
All
like
right.
a video filming class. So once I get that done, we might be able to do some more stuff because like my problem is right now is that I don't know how to film.
Yeah.
Like I
Understand.
know what I want, but I don't know how to get it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
So once I get maybe like this class
Maybe
in,
some entertainment, some experience.
some
in
maybe
you
some
would be able to
101,
entertain
yeah,
you.
and then we'd be able to get some more stuff in because
Right, and then
that's
you
my
can teach
problem.
me, and I don't even have to go to
Because
school.
we
I'll just
had
learn for free.
we filmed me and Brendan and my friend Ian, my nephew Ian. We filmed something not that long ago, and unfortunately it just didn't come out right.
Okay.
Because we just didn't film it the right way. It was a great
Right.
concept, but it just didn't.
Was this the
didn't
thing
come
that
out.
you and I and him worked on, and then it just didn't never
the
came
the
to
flip
fruition?
flop?
Yeah, never
The
came to
flip-flop.
fruition though.
It just never worked out. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. Is like but here's the thing, and this is what our viewers need to realize, and you and I need to realize. Is like the first couple of skits we do, it's all about a learning process, you know, and it's okay if it doesn't come out right because you put it out anyways. You'd be like,
Yeah.
look, this is what we got, and then you move on, and then each time, because if we're gonna try to get like filming, like
Yeah.
kind of budgets and
Yeah.
whatnot, if we're gonna try to like go on a Kickstarter,
And I do plan on, and I want to just say, I do plan on putting that film out someday. I have
We
all
have
the
to.
footage.
we definitely have.
It's just once we're a little bit well known, and I think people will think it's hysterical to see what
What
we
we started at, yeah.
what we started at, you know.
But it's awesome to see that kind of stuff because to see that like build up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like you can't really see it with Freddie Wong as much because all of his stuff's been kind of great since the beginning.
Amazing.
But even then,
Yep.
I'm sure if you got like some of his
I
stuff
aspire.
that he's, yeah,
I aspire to be Freddie Wong. Have you watched Bear Force One?
no,
Okay, can we? Well, okay, before we talk about movie of the week, this is actually part of movie of the week. Okay, because this is
Bear
my
Force One.
my YouTube video of the week.
okay,
Bear Force One.
Bear Force
He
One.
came up with a new web series. And basically what they do is they take insane movie ideas and compress them into 20-minute movies.
really?
Yeah. And it's basically everything that you would see in a feature film compressed into 20 minutes.
Dude,
And
that's
this one
awesome.
is called Bear Force One, where bears take over Air Force One. And the president beats the shit out of bears.
Are they like people in bear suits or are they like full on
No.
bears?
No, it is half animated, half animation.
It's
And the bears
not
are
like
animated.
the crazy, high production value stuff that they do for their shorts. It's like we pasted some bears into Flash with people.
Oh, okay, that could be kind
Yeah.
of fun.
It's
Yeah.
basically like a really high. It's a really well done storyboard of a movie that's
Compressed into 20, which
It's-
is good because it gets rid of the filler. At that
Yeah,
point.
and the jokes are just hysterical. It's horribly made, but amazing at the same time. It's amazing.
Horribly made on purpose though, so that's fine.
Yeah, exactly. It's hysterical. I watched it once and then I watched it a second time.
So, like, and
with
that's
Brendan.
something I'd love to get into, by the way. And I know that we're going to do this filming and whatnot, but I would love to actually start getting into trying to do animation and things like that. And I can learn that stuff on my own. I'm
Well,
going to try to
I
draw it out
have
and
an
whatnot, so.
animation film that's been in the works for about a year now, and it just hasn't
Hasn't
progressed
come to fruition yet.
because the person that I have trying to animate it isn't animating it, and I want to kill her.
Okay.
But I think I'm going to find someone else to do it because that person isn't.
Well, I need to
doing
learn that
anything.
stuff first, but once I do, dude, that's something I'm definitely interested in because I used to do that. Like, I
We'll
used to
talk
do
about
with
it.
little
Okay,
stick
we're going to
figures
pause
and
this one more time. We're going to talk about
stuff.
it.
Keep pausing this shit.
I know. We don't want to waste too much time. Okay, so we're going to pause this for 1 second. Okay, we're back. I know you probably want to know what we're talking about. I'm sorry. I can't give away my ideas
Yeah.
for these films. I can't do
You
it.
can give away like a one sentence idea though, so that at least they know like what we were discussing there. You know.
You think so?
Yeah, just one sentence.
Okay,
It's
we're
like a
basically
prequel.
okay. What I'll say,
It's a movie trailer.
Princess Peach basically acting as Julia Child,
Who's a cook?
who is a cook.
Yeah, I didn't know who that was.
Her name is Princess Peach at the Mushroom Kingdom Chef. Welcome and bon
we're done there.
appetit.
Good.
Yeah.
Yep,
And that
so that's
was
the
it.
trailer. That's the trailer. Keep your
That's
eyes
it.
open, ladies, because we are coming at you.
Yes, it's gonna happen.
And gentlemen.
And gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, yes.
All right, so let's move on to movie of the week.
Finally, you ready?
I know, I'm born ready.
We've been working
Ish.
up to it. Here we go.
Yeah, I actually saw this movie last night.
I saw it not that long ago, a few days ago. I think I saw it on Sunday.
It was interesting. So the movie is Frozen.
Frozen,
Frozen.
a Disney movie.
Yeah, Disney movie.
The new
Now,
Disney
I will say
princess
this,
movie.
because I didn't really see any trailers other than the one with the snowman and the reindeer.
It was horrible. Horrible trailers. I have to
Yeah,
say,
the trailer,
horrible
I
trailers.
was like, okay.
I didn't want to see this movie. I did not want to see this movie. And then I heard that when it came out, it was amazing.
Yeah.
So I said, fuck it, I have to go see it.
What I didn't realize was this is a Disney princess film.
Yes.
I did not realize that, for one, because it's in 3D, and I'm so used to that being like a cartoon.
Well, the first one
hand-drawn.
that they did with that was Tangled.
was Tangled. I'll be honest, I thought Tangled was better.
You think so?
I loved Tangles. I went to see it
Really?
alone, dude. I was like crying. It was ridiculous. Yeah, so I loved this movie though. For example, I will say that I like Tangled better as like a whole, but Anna, the new princess,
Amazingly
She's my
new
favorite,
character.
hands down.
She's the best princess they've ever had because she has such a wonderful
She's quirky.
presence. Yes,
She's
and I
so
love
quirky.
that.
I'm
And they've
like,
never
oh,
had
man,
that. They've never had
Yeah.
that. They really have never had that.
that's true.
And that's amazing.
And I
the
really
character
enjoyed that
is
film.
really present. And you know who does the character voice, right?
No.
Kristen Bell.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes
Veronica
sense.
Mars.
Yep, that makes
She was
a lot of
also in
sense.
Heroes
Yep.
as the...
Who was the Snow Queen? Do you know? Sort of curious
Indina
about that.
Menzel.
Okay.
Do you know who Indina Menzel is?
No.
She was the original Alphaba in Wicked.
Oh, I do know who that is. The blonde chick.
Yep, and she was
I do
also
know her.
in. She also played Maureen in Rent, in the original Rent.
like the movie.
She was also in the movie and in the original Broadway performance of it.
Yeah.
So she's a famous Broadway actress. She's also been in Glee
Yep.
for a few seasons. She's been in like 1 or 2 seasons. She's been in 2 seasons. She played Rachel's mother.
So I think we should try to do this one sort of spoiler free, but still kind of discuss it a little bit.
No, okay, the music, except for one song I really liked. The one song I didn't like, and it was on purpose that we didn't like it, was when the princess and the prince sang together.
Towards the beginning.
And I was like, oh my god, this is so
Dude,
fucking
here's
corny.
the thing about the first like 20 minutes of that film. It's like 4 minutes of songs, 2 minutes of dialogue. 4 minutes of songs, 2 minutes of dialogue. 4 minutes of songs. And it was like constant. And I was like, I honestly thought if it was going to be that way the whole movie, I was like, this is not going to work for me.
Yep.
Because it was so much music to begin with. But, that said, once you get past that first like 20 minutes, and they're good songs.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, they're great songs. And I could actually see this movie becoming a Broadway play.
You know, it will be. It will
Like,
be.
no question.
No,
Just
I mean,
some of the
hands
set
down,
pieces, I've already got
100%,
ideas.
no, it will be.
Yeah,
I
that's
know
gotta
it.
be.
I know
and
it
I would
will
love
be.
to see that on Broadway. That'd be
Yeah.
fantastic.
It was amazing.
But that said, once it starts getting past that, and once they kind of get into the actual plot of the movie, the film just picks up. It picks up so well, well.
And it really does. And the twist at the end, knowing that the sisters are the one
Yeah,
that did it. Now, I actually thought for a second that it might be the snowman that was the one that did the Act of True Love.
yeah,
For a second.
yeah.
And I went, no. And then it was the sisters, and I thought that was beautiful.
Yeah. The snowman, by the way, freaking tastic.
You know who that is? Now this
I
is
kept
funny.
wondering too because I know that voice.
Okay.
I was like, I know that goofy.
No,
asshole.
you might not know him.
Yep.
Okay. So, have you ever seen Book of Mormon?
No.
Ever heard of it?
Yes.
The creators of South Park.
Yep.
He played Arnold in the original cast of Book of Mormon. He
Okay.
plays in the CD of it.
Okay.
Also, Spelling Bee, the musical that I just did, who
Yeah.
played Barfay.
Oh, he
he
did.
played the original Barfay
All right.
in the 25th annual Putnam County
So maybe
Spelling
I
Bee.
don't know him, but I kept thinking I know that guy's voice.
But he was also in a new sitcom last year. I think it was called
I have no
something.
I don't really watch sitcoms.
I don't know what it was
Yeah,
called.
maybe I just haven't seen him.
But
Unless he was in
I'm
a
sure
movie.
you've seen him in something. He's been in movies, a couple of movies.
Yeah.
He's very famous. I forget his actor's name, and I'm sorry that I forgot
No,
his
that's
name.
okay. He was hilarious.
He was amazing.
Like, he had that
I
song
love
about the warmth.
Oh my god,
Oh,
hysterical!
man, I
I'll
love when
be
the kid just looks
happy
snowman.
snowman.
The kid just looks at him and he's like, "We gotta tell him. We gotta tell him."
Oh my god, that was
Oh, my
hysterical.
God.
I'm gonna tell him. No, you better not
Better
tell
not
him.
tell him.
And he's like,
gotta
someone
tell him.
has
Someone's
to tell
gotta
him.
tell him.
That was
That kid
hysterical.
got hung up on so many things in that
He
film.
was so
I literally was like,
funny.
that dude gets hung up on shit pretty easily. But that was Frozen, great film. I mean, if you guys are into Disney, And if you love, like, I know it's a Disney princess movie, but it just, overall, the story
I'm
arc
sorry,
was so
but
good.
I don't care what age you are. If you don't enjoy Disney movies, you're dead inside.
I think that people, like, I know that the people I went with, for example, I think they expected to be more Pixar-esque.
Pixar, yeah.
Pixar-esque. Because, like, and
They
those
saw the
tend to be a little
computer
bit darker, they
generation.
tend to be yeah, because they saw computer generation. And I was honestly like that, too. But 5 minutes, 10 minutes into the film, when they're singing every 2 seconds, I was like, oh, this is a Disney princess film. And once I kind of wrapped my head around that, I was like, oh, okay, I can get into this.
The last hand-drawn animation movie that they've done was Frog and the Princess.
Yep.
Princess and the Frog.
Princess the Frog, which was good.
Which was amazing. I really liked that one. I also loved Tangle.
Mm-hmm.
I loved Tangled.
Yeah.
But this one is my all-time favorite princess movie of all time.
Yeah.
Definitely is.
I will say, I love when the Ice Queen's, like, building the castle. I was like, this is
Oh,
amazing.
man. No, the hand-drawn... The animation in it,
Yep.
incredible.
Yeah. I'll give you that.
Freaking incredible.
Yep.
If you can just watch it for the special effects, amazing.
And that was one of the scenes, like, I remember watching her build the castle or whatever, her ice castle. And
When
that
she
was when I was like,
sings-
this is going to be a Broadway show.
When
It's like,
she
I'm just seeing, like, when she
sings...
stomps the ice and just goes up. I was like,
Oh, man.
this is it.
Yeah, there's
This
going to be
is it.
some amazing special effects for that Broadway show.
I can't even imagine. I'm like,
When
I'm
she
like
sings
dying
Let
to
It Go, that's the song. My girlfriend,
Let It Go.
funny enough, my girlfriend bought the soundtrack when we left the movie theater
see. Really?
and has been singing it in the shower every night since.
That's fantastic.
She sings it. She knows every word to every song that they sing. And you know what's funny? They only sing about 5 songs.
No, it's more than that.
5 songs. She counted.
There's no freaking way. There's only
It
5
doesn't
songs.
feel like that, but it's 5
All right,
songs.
then at the very least, the first 3 are in the first 20 minutes of that film.
I know.
Hands down, because
I
I
don't-
remember thinking, like, this is too much
It was too much at the time.
to start.
And I have to say, the only thing that I was turned off by this, I was like, I'm not going to like this movie, was when the prince and the princess was singing that stupid fucking song. I was ready to punch them in the
I
face.
do like, though, that, like, 10 minutes after that, he's got the blonde kid, and they're like riding on the sleigh, and she's like, yeah, I'm gonna marry this guy I just met him. He's like, you're gonna marry a dude you just met? They're like getting chased by wolves, and he's like, you cannot marry some dude you just met. It's like, bro, we got other things to think about. You're too hung
But
up
it's
on this.
hysterical because it's so...
It's
They're
so
making
true.
fun of themselves because
Yeah.
Disney has always done
Disney's
that.
always
They
done
always
that thing,
marry
yeah.
somebody that they've just met.
It's like, oh, you kissed me, I guess we're in love. And
Yeah,
then finally
and it
this
was
was like, you know
just-
what, maybe it's not about
It
that
was
anymore.
amazing. It
It is.
was
It's almost
amazing.
a milestone for Disney because they're
Yeah,
probably
it
like,
really
you know what, we're
was.
going to grow up with the new generation. Maybe it
Have you
doesn't
heard
take
of the
a man
new
to
Disney
complete a
movie that
woman.
they're coming out with?
No.
That's based off of
The villain?
the woman that wrote Mary Poppins.
Oh yes, with Tom Hanks.
With
as
Tom
Walt
Hanks.
Disney. Yeah,
Oh,
that looks great.
I am
That looks
so
great.
excited about that.
That looks great.
And we're gonna have to talk about that when it comes out
Yes,
because
that'll
I
be something we'll
cannot.
have to see.
What is it called? Saving Mr. Banks.
Saving Mr. Banks. Yeah,
I cannot wait for that show.
yeah, it looks great.
So, no, when that comes out, we will be talking about that, and we will go see that together. Do not make that a Tuesday night movie. We will see that together, the two of us.
Tuesday night movie. Okay.
Okay. All right. So I think that's
Yeah,
it
you
for
can't
that.
do Tuesdays, right? For the most part, you're pretty much out on Tuesdays.
What?
You're pretty much out on Tuesday nights for movies.
I always work.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. So don't.
Good
So
enough.
don't make it a
All
Tuesday night
right.
movie,
Okay,
please.
I'll save it. I'll hold it.
All right. Thank you.
You have to when it comes out, send me a text. Be like, hold that movie. I'll be like, okay.
All right. All right.
Do it on, like,
Awesome.
Friday
It's
or something.
coming on in December, I think, sometime this month. All right. So now, what are we're going to Black Friday. We're going to talk about Black Friday.
Black Friday, yeah. In a second though.
All right. We're going to talk about Black Friday right after this.
This is Black Friday. It's next time.
Black
We
Friday.
could probably
yeah.
end at Black Friday actually, right? How
Yeah,
far
I
is
think
this
we're
thing?
good on Black Friday. Yeah.
All right, man. So Black Friday.
Here we go.
All right, dude. Let's start with your Black Friday. Well, what time did your Black Friday start?
Okay, well, my Black Friday started at... Okay, what time did I wake up? I had to be there at 11, so I woke up at, like, 9:30.
Okay, let's start with my Black Friday.
Okay,
my Black
go
Friday
ahead.
started at 2 in the morning. So, here's the thing, is I go out every year. For anybody, like, I don't know if you know this, but every year I go out to Black Friday.
I know you do.
It's my favorite, one of my favorite holidays of the year. Because we don't really go shopping. I really could care less about the deals. Although, we did get you your thing this year, which is great.
Yes, and
Yeah.
we're talking about that later.
Talk about that in a little bit. But, so we did get you that. But generally, overall, I don't give a shit about the sales.
Yes.
Because really, it just, to me, I can find that deals any time of the year. You look hard enough. So on top of that, we did get some good deals. I got, from the house burning down, I did lose a couple of games. I lost Assassin's Creed 3, I lost Halo 4.
Yeah.
So I got to go to Microsoft, and This was at like 7 in the morning, must have been. And they had their store open, and went to the Microsoft store in Salem. And they had a bunch of really good deals for Xbox. They had like $10 games. The $10 games were like Assassin's Creed 3, Lego Batman 2,
Yeah.
and a couple other games. So I picked up Assassin's Creed 3. And then I also picked up, for $20 games, one of the ones they had was Gears of War Judgment. So I picked that up because I haven't actually owned that before. And then the one they had for $30 was Halo 4, was the Game of the Year edition. So it came with Halo 4 plus all the extra material that's come out over the past year.
The DLCs, yeah.
Oh, man, it was such a great deal. And I ended up getting, like, all the guns and stuff, because now you have to buy the guns in order to, like, use them on the field.
Yeah.
But what they did was they gave me the guns with different skins, because those are the special editions. So I don't actually own the real guns for the battlefield, but I own the same gun with a different skin, which looks better anyway. So I'm like, oh, perfect. I don't have to spend any money. This is going to be awesome. So I bought that, and then at Best Buy, we went to Best Buy, and I got a bunch of movies for $4 a piece. I got the new Evil Dead.
Yeah.
I got Pacific Rim for $4. These are all on Blu-ray, by the way.
Yeah.
I got X-Men First Class. I got X-Men Origins Wolverine, which I know a lot of people don't like, but I still enjoy it. So
Yeah.
I got a couple other movies, but they're all $4 on Blu-ray.
I
so
thought
picked
you
those
didn't
up.
like the X-Men movies.
They're not accurate to the comic, but
If
overall
you
they're not a
enjoy
bad
them
film.
outside... Okay, so I got... On iTunes, they have... all 3 X-Men movies plus X-Men First Class as a bundle for $24
That's not bad.
on HD.
Wow,
So I
okay.
bought them all
Yep.
with the Wolverine movie that came out on
Oh, came out
Tuesday,
with that too.
last Tuesday.
That's a good deal.
So I got them all for $24. I was like,
That's a fucking steal.
And I hadn't watched the new Wolverine movie, and I was like really excited about it.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited for Future Past because that's going to be...
Did you see the Wolverine movie since then, or since you bought it? Not yet.
I've watched them all.
You
I've
have-
seen.
you- so
I've
you
seen.
caught the Wolverine.
Yeah, and I had the week off, so I watched every X-Men movie.
Nice. I actually picked up the X-Men series. They had like a 3-pack DVD
Yeah,
thing, and for those, I'd like to get them in HD, but I was like, you know what, $10 for all 3 movies. I was like, it's gonna be great. So I got X-Men 1, 2, and 3. My problem with that series is they really do, they go off key, especially in the last one.
I try not to think about it.
Yeah.
I try not to. I just try to think of it as its own separate story.
Yeah, and that's how you got to see it. That's what I've told
Yeah.
you before. Is you've got to see,
And people get pissed about it.
They really do. People get upset about it, but you really have to see it as a different universe. And they've done. It's not like that's the first time Marvel or DC's done that. There's
No.
always alternate universes.
Yeah.
So I'm always like, you've got to see this as an alternate universe. There's no canon.
No, you really do.
This is alternate.
Yeah.
So.
If you want to enjoy it, at least when you go
Yeah.
to see a movie, whether it's based off a book or a comic book, you have to see it as its own
As its own
version.
separate entity. Yeah,
And
I
it's
agree.
really hard to do,
It can be.
but you have to. You have to
You have to
because
at least try and get
that's
through
how you'll enjoy it to its fullest extent.
Yeah, and you know what? The X-Men 3, not great, I'll give you, but it's still not a bad film.
I thought
Like,
it
it's
wasn't
still
bad, and I
enjoyable.
actually kind of liked that Cyclops and Jean die.
Yeah,
in
that
those
was
movies.
crazy, right?
Oh, yeah.
And Cyclops
And-
dies in the beginning.
Yeah, and
He's
when,
like, up, I'm out. It's like, whoa.
I was like, whoa,
Holy
what
shit.
the hell? And when Professor Xavier, like when I watched it for the first time, when he dies, I was like, oh
Yeah.
my
I
god.
remember being in the theater and being like, holy shit, I can't believe that just happened.
And like when he burst out, like he like burst into
Explodes.
1,000 particles,
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god. I was just in awe.
Yeah.
I was in awe.
he does
And then-
smile before that, though. And,
Yeah.
and when he smiles, you're like, oh, he's coming back.
I didn't think that.
Really?
I really didn't.
I thought
I
that
just
immediately.
thought
I
that
was
he
like,
was
he's
just
gonna-
like, I love Eugene no matter what,
Oh, okay.
kind of thing.
No, I saw that as, I'm going to allow myself to be killed right now. That's what I saw it as.
Okay. But I do have to say, Hugh Jackman, who's a big Broadway
Yeah,
actor,
big
who
Broadway
I think
guy.
is hysterical, is amazing as
Yeah, great as
Wolverine.
He was like born to be Wolverine.
He really was. And if anybody else played him, I'd be pissed.
And by the way,
because-
his fucking regimen to look like that, especially, he's almost 50 now.
yeah,
The things he does to look like Wolverine are insane. I've looked up his
amazing.
workouts. It's
He even looks
freaking
bigger in
flabbergasting.
the Wolverine than he does
He
in the
is.
original X-Men. He's
Dude,
bigger.
he's massive.
He's
freaking
ridiculous.
hugely jacked in that movie.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, dude, I saw pictures of him for that training. He was squat. He was like deadlifting like 600 pounds,
Ridiculous.
which is just insane. Just insane. Like literally, he's got his hand on the bar. He's like picking it up. The bar is bending at like a 45-degree angle,
yeah.
and he's like, "Ugh." Oh man. I remember looking at that and be like, holy
Hugh Jackman
shit.
is amazing
Yeah,
in
puts
every
some
way,
work
shape, and
into
form.
it.
But he always puts he really puts
Yeah,
his all
that's
in
why, to
any
be honest with you,
role
he
he's
wants
done.
to quit Wolverine because it's too heavy for him. there's too much of it because he has to put on all that.
I'm sure this is the last movie he's doing.
So yeah, he might give
Which
another
is-
couple. He might do like
I
Days
don't
of Future
know.
Past. He's already signed up for a third Wolverine.
Really?
Yeah, but if I was him, to be honest with you, we don't really need to see the chest pack anymore. Like, we don't need to see the 12 pack. If I'm him, I'm just like, look, work on your arms, keep them toned. Beyond that, though, dude, just wear a shirt. We're good with it. We really don't need to see that you're fucking super jacked.
He's amazing. He's amazing. He's very dedicated to his roles.
And that's insane.
I saw him in Les Mis, and he played Jean Valjean
Yep.
in the musical of Les Mis, and he was amazing in that.
He's
And
amazing with everything he does.
He really is. He's a very dedicated actor. Yeah,
I love it.
definitely.
So
So that's your Black Friday?
That's my
or-
Black Friday. A lot of dick and fart jokes, I know, but that's my usual Black Fridays.
All right,
Wish I
so
could say it was
here we
different.
go. All right, so I'm gonna show you what I did on Black Friday. Actually, you know what? Before we get on to that,
Wait a minute. All right.
let's talk about what you got me for Black Friday. You got this on Black Friday?
I got it on Black Friday. That's right. Yeah, actually, it was the second place I went. I wanted to make sure that we got it. So
Oh my God! Now I've been looking at this forever.
well, that's good. I didn't know you were looking at it.
I was, and it's like how long is this? How big is this?
31 inches.
31 inches. Superman.
Yeah, he's
oh my
like
God.
2.5 feet tall.
Oh, I've been kissing it.
Yeah, he's been molesting it, actually. It's
I
a little
have.
weird.
It's a little weird.
His mouth is literally right near the cock. right now. Oh, man. Oh, man. This is
Oh
why
my God.
that's why people claim that you're gay.
Oh my God, and I'm okay with it. I don't care. Oh my God.
He sounds so
His-
genuinely, I'm good with that, bro. I
His
will suck
cape
him off
is
till the sun
so
comes up.
it's sexy. Oh my God. It's just a big
Yeah, dude,
it's-
I saw that and I was like,
it's
you know
from-
what? That would definitely
It's from
work
Man
really
of
fine.
Steel. If you're not watching this on YouTube, it's from Man of Steel. It's a replica of the guy who played Superman on Man of Steel.
Yep.
And I'm so happy with it. It's embroidered. You know, it's just amazing. And I love it more
Yeah,
than
man, I'm glad
anything.
you like it. I really am.
I'm so happy because I've always I wanted it so badly. So, yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
I just want to.
All right. We don't need to make out with the toy right now.
No,
We're
we
good.
won't. We won't. I'll make up with it later.
All right, that sounds good.
All right. So now I'm going to show you my tattoo.
Oh yeah, your
That
tattoo.
you'll see this on YouTube too. If you're watching on YouTube,
Yeah, I didn't even know you got one.
watch it on YouTube. Don't listen to this on iTunes or the what is it, the Podbean.
Dude, I don't even know if we have fans on Podbean. Actually, if you could do me a favor, if you are a fan of ours on Podbean, please write us. Please, because I need to know that that's working.
Yes, please tell us because that costs us money.
Yeah, exactly. That costs us money. It's not even doing anything for us at this point.
So far,
Yeah, we need to
not
get it
so
up
much.
on YouTube.
As we're talking right now, I'm semi undressing.
Yeah, he is. It's sort of awkward, but I'm liking it.
It's not. Well, I'm not taking off my pants. It's my shirt that
It's
I
just
have
a
to.
shirt.
I have
Is it
to.
on your? Where's the tattoo? Is it on your?
It's
arm?
on my arm,
Okay.
and I have to make sure that I do this.
Actually,
with it.
while you're taking it off, why don't you explain it to me? What inspired you to get this?
Well, you know, I have to say that when I was a little kid, my grandmother, not my grandfather, the one that passed away, but the one that he was married to, my grandmother.
Yep.
This is one of her first gifts that she ever gave to me.
Okay.
And it's what inspired me to love Superman
Really?
so much. Yes. It's a Christopher Reeve doll. It was a Christopher Reeve doll that she
You
gave
put
me.
a Christopher Reeve doll on your arm?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
No.
wait a second, bro. This is getting a little creepy now.
And
What is that?
so here we go. I'm gonna.
Yeah, no,
I'm
I'm
gonna
ready for this, dude. I want to see.
Are you
this.
ready?
Yeah, dude. I'd be
Here we
born
go.
ready.
I'm not disclosed
See
in
a
any
little
way.
flamey stuff on the bottom, but I'm not seeing anything else. Oh wow. Wow, dude, that is amazing.
Right?
That is not what I expected as a tribute to your grandfather. By the way, I was like,
It's not
you
for
gotta
my
say,
grandfather. It's not
that
for
is
my
fucking-
grandfather.
Dude, that is awesome.
Yeah.
That
It's-
is that fits you so well too.
And if you're not looking at this on YouTube, it's
It's Superman.
it is Superman.
It's the Christopher Reeve Superman.
Yes, it is, and it's very, as you can see, it's very modernized.
Yeah, it's modernized.
Which
It's
I
got a
really,
flame on it,
which I
and
made sure
He's
I
got
had.
one color on there. It's red, and it's only in the S. But the S itself is not yellow. It's a skin tone. It looks great, dude. That looks awesome.
Right?
Seriously, that looks fantastic. How much does that thing cost you?
About $250.
$250. That's not bad.
Not even
How long
at
did it
all.
take you?
4 hours.
4 hours. Okay.
I sat there for 4 hours, like wanting to scream in pain.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm kind of a wuss when it comes to. Well, actually, I'm not that bad when it comes to
still
pain.
sore or no?
Actually, it's not that bad. It's a little itchy.
A little itchy.
I would like to itch it right now. I would like to just
All right, don't itch it right
frickin'
now.
itch it right now.
Yeah, just
but
put your shirt back on though, then you won't have to. Dude, that's a fucking awesome picture though. Seriously,
isn't it? It's amazing, right?
that's great. Oh yeah, no, that's,
yeah,
that's,
and as I said on YouTube, you'll see a picture
I'm
of
actually
this.
pretty blown away by that. It looks so good, and I love too that the only thing you did was the red on this. You're gonna keep it like this, I assume.
Yeah,
Because you could even have done like the cape and whatnot, but you
I
chose.
thought that was perfect.
Now, where did you get this design from?
I got this. Now, funny enough, I had an idea from YouTube. I was looking at Superman tattoos and whatnot, and then I went to this woman. Her name is Carrie. Originally, when I got my first tattoo, I got it from her. Also, I got it from her in Nashua, New Hampshire, at About Time Tattoos, and now she's actually working at another place called Devotion Inc., which is a little bit further away from me, but not that far. I want to say like maybe 20, 25 minutes. Not even 25 minutes. Maybe 15 minutes. I don't know. But anyway, so she basically, I walked in and I said, okay, what I mean to say is she has done a lot of other people's tattoos that I know because of the tattoo that she gave me originally. A lot of people loved the first tattoo that she gave me, and so they were like, oh, I want to, have her do my tattoo. And so I would go with them and see her all the time. I've seen her on and off for the last, 6 years, because it's been about 6 years since I got my first tattoo. And at the time, my only tattoo, until, obviously, a week ago when I got this one. And she's amazing, absolutely amazing, and I suggest her to absolutely anybody, because she's amazing. So, and I will make sure to put her information on the link and on the description, so if anybody wants to have her or anything like that, they are more than welcome to do that. So, okay, so I think that's everything.
Sounds like it wraps it up, man.
Yeah, we got my tattoo.
Badass
we got
tattoo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited. You know what? If you haven't seen it on here on YouTube, we'll post it somewhere else.
Yeah, we're gonna have to, man. That's fucking awesome. It really is.
Yeah, you'll have to go on to we'll find a place.
We should make a Facebook page.
You know what?
That's a great
Go on
idea.
to our Facebook page. We will put we will put it on the description on YouTube and on Podbean, so you can see it on our Facebook page.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
and you
that's
will see it on
fantastic.
there. So thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you in 2 weeks.
2 weeks,
2
man.
weeks.
2 weeks.
That feels so long.
Yeah, it's gonna be alright though. We'll be
All
alright. We'll
right.
survive.
All right.
Will you guys survive? No. But we will.
Will you survive? Tune in next week to find out. What I really mean is 2 weeks. So, anyways, don't forget to email us at chadanmfilms@gmail.com. That is chadanmfilms@gmail.com. That is pronounced Chadamfilms. I know it's spelled wrong, but that's just the way it is. Also, don't forget to check out our YouTube channel and check out a couple of videos that we've posted during the summer. Hopefully we'll have some other videos coming soon, but in the meantime, check out the ones we already have. Thank you so much, and we'll see you again soon.